So, most people may know, some may not, but if you don't know, student loan repayment is set to restart in October. So, I wanted to provide a few updates for those who may have student loans, maybe going back into repayment. So, the first thing is that some borrowers may now be able to receive credit if you were like in a past deferment or in a past forbearance. Previously, you could only receive credit if you made qualifying payments, but they're going to be doing a one-time adjustment where if you were in a period of deferment or forbearance, you may be able to get credit for that too. Um, so there's a couple rules around that, but that's the first update to know is that if you were in any type of deferment or forbearance in the past, you might actually be able to get credit for that towards the number of payments that you have to make for student loans. So say, for example, if you were previously like maybe in a forbearance or um, a deferment for like up to 36 months, you could get a credit of up to 36 months. So if you're in the PSLF program where you have to make 120 qualifying payments, you may get credit for 36 of those payments towards the 120 payments that you have to make before student loans are forgiven. So that's one update. The other update is some borrowers may now be able to receive credit for payments that were made under income driven repayment plans. So before, borrowers could only receive credit for payments if they were on that standard 10-year repayment plan, but now you may be able to receive credit for payments if you are in different payments like the payee, save, any of those different types of payment plans. Those may now be eligible as well. Another update is for those that are in the PSLF, the Public Student Loan Forgiveness Program. They said that you have to work full time. Well, that's 30 hours. So as long as you're working for a nonprofit at least 30 hours a week, it can be your own nonprofit that qualifies you for the PLSF program where you make 120 payments, and then the rest of your loans are forgiven. And they're even proposing a new rule. I think it may have been approved now, but basically before it's like you can only make one payment in 1 month, so it had to be 420 months. But they are exploring, and they may have already approved this, where you can make multiple payments. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that 120 months, but 120 payments. So I'll try to go back and check that out and give y'all an update on that. But that's another update. So if you were previously in any type of income driven repayment plan, then those payments may now qualify. Another thing to know is that if you were looking to get into PSLF, you have to have direct loans. So if you had like Perkins loans or FFEL loans, you can consolidate those into direct loans and then get into the PLSF program where you make those 120 payments and the rest of the loans are forgiven. So they've also come out with a new student loan forgiveness form. So they've changed the form up a little bit. They've also changed up the PSLF form a little bit as well. So maybe sometime in the near future, I may try to do like maybe some kind of class on how to fill out the new form. It's a short form and it's simple, but I know that some people do need help with like completing that because you have to make sure you're filling it out correctly, so that you can get it approved and get in the PSLF program. But anyway, they've changed the form up a little bit, so that's something to be aware of as well. So as we are going into repayment season, there are going to be lots of updates and things to pay attention to. Another one of those is that I know I've seen this. I don't know if anybody else has, but I've been seeing a lot of like commercials and emails and advertisements from private student loan companies saying, refinance your student loans with us. And the thing about that is if you have federal loans and you do decide to go private, if there should be any type of federal forgiveness programs that they roll out, it will not apply to those private loans. So just another thing to keep in mind. So anyway, I didn't want to make this too long, but just wanted to give an update, a few updates on student loans. So I'll come back later with more updates. Bye.